Hello, everyone. Welcome to Wellness Wednesdays with Stephanie. I'm Stephanie Buckland, your host, and I am so very excited to be interviewing today Dr. Shelley Negelow. She's based out of Atlanta and she has some amazing wisdom to share. I'm so excited to have this conversation, Shelley. Thanks for joining me.
Well, thank you, Stephanie, for inviting me. This is such a joy and an honor for me to be with you and with everybody out there.
Awesome. So I would love for you to give the audience a little introduction about who you are and what kind of magic you're creating in the world today.
Oh, how lovely to ask me. I appreciate that. I have developed a program that I've been teaching for actually 35 years called Power of Woman. I train women how to create a life that they love. And it is an honor and a joy for me to do that. I've trained thousands of women all over the United States and also in Europe and in Canada. And my really my vision and my purpose is to support women not only in having a life that they love, but being able to be masterful with their own innate power as people to really have a quality of life that they choose to create. And I also am co-founder of Academy for Conscious Living with my dear husband of almost 52 years, Tom Negelow. And so we have programs for healing, various healing methods that we can talk about later, and also various seminars and classes, and also personal sessions, private one-on-one sessions that we create for the individual and their needs for healing and for growing as a person.
That is beautiful. I love what you are creating in this world. It is so needed. So I would love to go a little deeper and hear your why. Why did you get into transformation and healing? What sparked all of this?
You know, you and I were speaking earlier about this, and my journey began actually in my early childhood because I grew up in a very difficult family life. And I know a lot of people out there have some of those challenges. So that's why I talk about it a little bit. I came up with physical, emotional, and also sexual abuse. And at some point in my life, and I was in probably about my mid-teens, I realized I was going to do something about it. And I actually got on with my life. I actually left my house out of being beaten severely at age 19 to get on with creating a life that I loved. And I didn't know what to do about it. I had no answers. I only knew that I wanted to and that I was going to. I was strong enough within myself that I wanted to do something about it. And so I went
Wow.
on this journey, met my husband within a couple of years. We got married and we went on this journey together and began to heal just out of the love of my husband and who he is for me, but also beginning to discover what I needed to do to really heal my life. And I knew somehow, Stephanie, that what we hold on to within ourselves as human beings, we hold on to everything physically, emotionally, and mentally, the whole package. Our spiritual experience, whatever that is for us, is already intact. In fact, it grows and actually expands as we heal,
Oh,
but
yes.
it's still there within us all the time.
Mhm.
So I knew it was held in my body. I didn't know how to begin, but I began. And I began with some very wonderful program back then that I came across. I also came across some wonderful healing methods at that time that were great for me. And I began to unwind it. So the why of what I do is because I know every person can heal their lives. I
Absolutely.
know that we're the masters of our lives.
Yes, 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 and yes, yes, yes.
Yes, yes, yes is right. And all of you out there can do something about it. And that's why I speak about what's possible for people.
I love it. I love it. It's such a pleasure being with a fellow seeker. This is so, so good. Oh my goodness. So I would love to dive into the Power of Woman program and maybe
Yes.
pull out a little wisdom for our listeners from that program. So you were talking with me about this earlier, and the first thing that grabbed me about this program is releasing energy that keeps us from moving forward. I think that is such an important statement that people just don't even know.
Don't know. We don't know we have power over whatever has plagued us or been in the way for us to move forward with our lives. We don't know we have the power, and yet we do. And so I teach step by step how to release the experience, the actual energetic experience imprint of whatever those old ways of operating or traumas or past experiences that have kept us back. I teach step by step how to clear that. It's actually not a difficult experience, but you have to be willing to go there.
Yes, willing to do the work, right?
You have to be willing to do the work and not stop because it hasn't shown up the way you want it to be yet. You have to become unstoppable with the quality of life that you want to have.
Oh my goodness. Oh, I love these words. Okay. So I have seen in my own life repeating patterns in relationships, and this is a little bit more of the wisdom of that program. So can you
Yes.
expand on that a little bit?
Oh my goodness, Stephanie. This is such a huge problem for so many people today, isn't it? Oh
Yeah.
my goodness gracious. And having seen my parents who did not have a good relationship, it was a rageful relationship, and
Oh,
they
wow.
would be upset about something that beat us up
Right.
severely and take it out on us, whatever their upset was. And we keep recreating the patterns from one generation to another if we don't stop it here.
Right. Yep.
So our responsibility is becoming clear with ourselves as people. And then in terms of relationship, we can create that experience of wholeness in the experience of the relationship out of who we are. We can bring it to the table for our relationship. We can bring it into the experience of our relationship. And if we have a relationship now, you can transmute or turn around whatever it is that has held us back. Where it begins is first with healing ourselves individually, then
Mhm.
bringing the experience of that change into the relationship, and then your partner has a responsibility for their own healing, but you can still guide that if you're already in a relationship. If you're not already in a relationship, then you can intend and actually create a partner where you have that ability to create in life together. And I teach that, my husband teaches that in our true partnerships training.
I love it. So I know that releasing illusions has been a big part of my own journey because I
Oh,
think that all of us are given these limiting beliefs from, our family, our friends, our early childhood. We accept things that are not true.
absolutely.
And I
Absolutely.
think that a lot of people battle this.
Oh,
So can you
yes.
expand a little bit on how do you release illusions?
First of all, you have to recognize that there are illusions, that there
Mhm.
are perceptions that we have, that we do have these beliefs and notions about who we are as people. And you'll have to start to discover what those are. What do I have that stops me? Do I not feel good enough about myself? Do I not feel worthy? Do no matter what I do, it's never enough money? All of the things that we have, and everyone has it rigged a little differently. So you have to find out what's true for you. And I actually teach that step by step, by the way, in my Power of Woman seminar, so people can actually realize what those illusions are. And then learn how do you actually physically release it because it's held energetically in the body,
Mhm.
physically, mentally, and emotionally, and clear it so that you are creating permanent change for your life. And it changes the neurological pathways in the brain as well.
Oh, yes.
So you're evolving as a human being as a result, and you're opening up to your full potential as a person.
Oh, so, so good. Okay. So, what do you think? Um, let me start over.
I know we're so excited, you and me, because you and I just connected and we just love each other. Isn't that amazing?
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
What do you think is the most powerful piece of this Power of Woman program that people come away with?
There's so much. Oh my goodness. The women become very clear in their experience with their innate power as a physical experience that they now can translate into using in the world and produce truly remarkable, extraordinary results in everyday life, in every part of their lives.
Excellent. Wonderful. Okay, so you mentioned remind me, what is it called? The
Power of Woman. Oh, Academy for Conscious Living.
Academy for Conscious Living. I should have written it down.
That's okay.
Okay, so you mentioned the Academy for Conscious Living and this beautiful place that you've established. And you have a physical location in Atlanta?
Actually, it's people either train online with certain things that we do, certain programs that we can offer online, but mostly people come to us in our home, Stephanie, because we're set up. My husband has his healing space here. We have our office here. They have a sweet living room, and people take their shoes off and they come in for whatever programs that we're offering. And we've done it all over the country. We've done it in hotels and we've done it in people's homes. And we don't really, we'll do it in a field if we have to.
Huh.
We'll do it wherever is needed to support people with their healing and growing as people.
Beautiful. I'd love to hear about this academy. How did you come to establish this business?
Well, it actually just came out of our life's work. And we felt that rather than just talking about the healing work over here and Power Woman over there and the relationships work over here, and I actually do very deep inner child work, energetic inner child work to clear the child energy with people. We put it all under one umbrella of Academy for Conscious Living, and also training healers and teachers so that they become even more powerful with the work they do, and also if they want to incorporate some of the work that we teach as well. So we teach them so they become more powerful with their own work. So that became Academy for Conscious Living.
I see. You mentioned that you have some healing methods that you offer through that as well. Can we
Yes,
break it down? What type of healing methods do you offer?
there are several. One is, first of all, my husband developed a powerful healing method that he calls cellular energy releasing. And what it does is it clears the energetic imprint of whatever we store in our physical experience in our bodies. It clears the energetic imprint literally in the core of the cells.
Nice. That sounds like it would make a nice synergy with your program.
Oh, it's completely synergetic with everything that I do. Everything. And the women very often will come to Power Woman, and they'll go to the cellular energy releasing, or sometimes they start with cellular energy releasing, then come to Power of Woman. Or then they'll move on to the True Partnerships training. Actually, how True Partnerships came about was the women said, now that we're clear with who we are, what do we do for our relationships? And Tom and I actually had to break down, how do we come to a partnership in life? And we broke it down step by step. And that's what we teach people, is to create that for themselves.
Wow.
So, you asked what else is there about, what else is for Academy? Well,
Yeah,
with the
healing
healing
method.
work,
Mhm.
also I do and developed very deep healing work for the child experience that most of us get plagued with. It's called Healing the Inner Child. And people do lay down on a massage table, and we go through an experience of, again, releasing the energetic imprint of that past so that it's cleared in the cellular system, in the cellular memory, and becomes permanent change.
Wow.
And the last piece that I would add is, of course, I mentioned to you that my husband is a very powerful trans channel. And so he gives information to people about how to heal medical issues, how to heal whatever it is they need to heal, become clear about what they're manifesting. So that's another source of whatever is needed for the individual. And Tom also does the very deep rage releasing work for some of the men. Women, every once in a while, the women usually don't release as much that way, but the men can and do need it at times.
Yeah,
Deep rage
definitely.
work, which he does for the men as well.
Okay. Okay, wonderful. Well, is there anything else that you want to include about the Academy for Conscious Living or the program for women?
Well, I would say that all of us have the availability to create a life that works for us. It's up to us to make that choice.
Mm,
And so these programs and these offerings are here to support you in your own clarity with who you are, so you really can create the life that you have perhaps imagined but didn't know what to do about. And we've broken it down in steps so people actually have the tools that they can use for their entire life to create the results they really want to have. And that's what
wow.
Academy for Conscious Living is all about.
Amazing. I love that you're doing this work in the world, Shelley. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Stephanie. I love and adore you. You're part of my family automatically. We are friends for life.
Awesome. So let me see. How can people reach you?
Well, first of all, my email address is my name, Shelley, Shelley, Negelow, N as in Nancy, G as in girl, L as in Larry, OW at gmail.com. So that again is Shelley Negelow at gmail.com. You can also reach out to us at academyforconsciousliving.com. We do have a website. We'd love for you to take a look at what we do. If you would like to reach out, you can reach out there, contact us through the Academy as well. And
Excellent.
is it appropriate to give my phone number?
Sure. If you
All
want people to
right.
call you, absolutely.
Absolutely. People can call me directly and say, hey, I want to talk to you, and we'll set something up because I am a hands-on person. I want to hear from people. I want to hear who you are, and then we can work with you from there. So my phone number is 678-828-9145.
Awesome.
Six seven
Okay.
eight 828-9145.
Excellent. Now, is that a landline or a cell phone?
That is a cell phone.
Okay. Do you text?
I do. I prefer again to talk to people,
Phone
but
calls? Yeah.
I certainly can be, receive texts. Sure.
Okay, wonderful. Now that information is also going to be in the description of both the YouTube and the podcast descriptions. And do you have any final thoughts or inspiration that you'd like to share with our audience?
It is your birthright to live a life you love. It's a matter of you claiming what's possible for you and not letting any circumstance, any past traumas get in the way of your having the quality of life that you deserve to have, no matter what your challenges might be. And for those of you who have clarity with who you are, become as clear as possible so you can be all that you can be in the world.
Awesome. Thanks again, Shelley. This has been a delight.
A delight for me as well, Stephanie. You are remarkable. Thank you for being here and
Thank
supporting the
you.
others.
Definitely. Oh, it is. It's something that I knew I needed to do, and it's so important. I know everything that we do is so important, isn't it?
Everything we do is so important. It really makes a difference for people.
Yes.
Thank you, honey.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you.
Mhm.